Assalamu alaikum. My name is Esim Shazdat Hussain ji. Now I am explain the selected top 5 JavaScript plain JavaScript problem. First problem we can see here the vowel check. Here a function that's the parameter, the str parameter we input the first input function main the constant vowels equal to AEI. Here initialize the all kinds of vowels upper letter and lower letters, and then initialize the let count equal to 0 whenever we are matching the input and uh, our existing vowels. Then we can see the here loop for loop let I equal to 0, then I greater than str dot length. Our input number and our uh, given character, the function given character, that's length always must be I greater than 1, then the our loop is running. So first here the vowel is checking the vowels of index of, here we are define the number of vowels in tens, and the dot of index, that's we are use the our input str, that's the first uh, alphabet, that's check here if their first alphabets include my vowels by constant vowels, then the count is 1. Other it's not includes that's vowel, that's count is 0. And totals we are last we can see that the number of vowels we have inputs by inputs string have. Then the next code is find the max array. Find the max array, basically that's the a number array which is the number of sets. The uh, first we can if there is the array, the number of array is input the function system, then the we check the array length, is array length equal to 0, then the return the null value if there is no numbers over, and initialize the max value with the array index number 1. The array index number 1 number zeros, that's the max value. Let we have checked the secondary. If we are initialize the number of array index to 0, then we can skip that's number. If for loop go, then we are checking the max value and array number of index. Here our index number is count from 2, then it's check always the array index number of I equal to max value, initialize max value is greater or lower. If that greater, then the it's transfer into max value, that's array number of index. It's loop continuously running whenever the array index is not ending, that's we are finding at last the max number of it. It's always checking the indexing and number of checking, first initialize the first value is uh, then we are checking that's the number of dependency, the which is the better or best. This is the code, the removal of duplicate. If the number of sets a number of array, here is the uh, consist the number of types are two types of number of consist there, we can remove that the number of duplicate array here. First we can see that we are define a scene equal that constant scene, the blank, the constant result we initialize the let I equal to 0, the I equal to array dot length, we are checking the length of array, that is greater than or always be greater than length. Array dot length, here the number of loops which times is running, that show here, and I in this number is plus plus, that's in this number. First constant the val, here val equal to array index 1, array initially is there, val equal to array index 1, that's here we are a condition apply if the not equal to sin of val, if we are the val money input character is not equal to array, then that is true, the initial is true, that's not consist in array, it's a new number, that push in the val a new array index, we are conditionally new array. That's why indexing is running, which time the array's length is going on, that's increment and always running. Finally you can see the result, the number of, that's one kind of sorting. If the same number of are consistent, that's the scene value is false, that's remove. And finally we can see a new array index. The third fourth one is number of function of the sum of array. Here we can given we can take a array index number, their index number, some array have some number. If initialize the sum equal to the 0, then the I equal to 0, and then I greater than array dot length, our array length, that how times the number of array is running here, and I increment I plus plus. Then if here the condition is sum initial is 0, then sum equal to sum plus array index number 1. Initially sum is 0, then array index number 1. That's 0 plus array index number 1, the value. It's totally addition, and then return the sum. Again the array index number is 2, then the sum, previous sum value, and the array index number 2, that's mm, addition here, and then return the new value of sum is defined here. That's time the our loop is running, and finally we can see the sum of we have return a total number of sums value. uh, this code we can see the find the even numbers, the if array length, if a array we are number of index of array we are taking, here the number of even number who is a, then first we have constant even uh, array number of null index array. Let we I equal to 0, then I array dot length, here we are define the number of length, array length, and I plus plus, the how times our loop is running. That if here we are starting a condition, then I array first index, that is 2 by 2 by divide, and that's value equal to 0. If that is divide by 2, and that's output, that's initial b- output is 0, then even dot push, that's value is even, that push in the even array index number. Here we can how types of array we have taken, that's all the value is. Now let's check one by one how types of array the length we are giving. That's if the condition is true, then push the new array index, even array index. When at last we can see the even array number, how many types of events array. Here we can see the number of function factorial is kinds of the previous two value is addition, number of the new, say new next value, that's the factorial number of n, who is not which times we can see the number of factorial the value. Initially the factorial, the result is 0, n numbers n, that's we first we are checking the number of n's value. If n is greater than 0, uh, minus number of n, then return the null value. We can first let result equal to first 1, let I equal to 2. First value is 1, then let I equal to 2, if the I is greater than equal to n. Here we can see that if number of n types of this loop is running, if that is number of n type of that's running greater than running multiple the handle of n numbers of value. Uh, First the n is equal is there, n is equal to 0, that's not running.